Assalamu alaikum. Real Madrid 2 and Atletico Madrid 1. And now our next opponent is none other than Barcelona. Before I talk about Barcelona and what's waiting for us on Sunday, let's talk about this game, because if we watch the same game, this should not even give you any bit of confidence on how we're going to do, or maybe a glimpse of what we're going to do on Sunday. Because if we performed against a team like this that Barcelona thrashed, and a team like this that beat us before, in which we got our revenge, and it was sweet, but I don't know if I consider this a revenge, because they beat us 5-2 last time, and I don't like that. We only beat them by 1 goal. And the fact is that we still haven't learned our lesson, and the thing is that probably Simeone tried to drift off his plan on the first time around, but this time the plan should have been to cross against us, because we cannot defend. I told you, we can't defend set pieces, we can't defend crosses, we can't defend corners. Luckily, we did defend corners. They barely got any set pieces, but this was from a cross, and to be honest, we are not looking that good. That's just my own opinion. You guys can feel free to have your own opinion. But before I get into this, I was reading the comments on my clips. Whoever doesn't follow me on the other socials, make sure you do. Instagram, Snapchat, what else? TikTok, Facebook, which I'm barely on Facebook. I just post like with Instagram, whatever. It's all Real Roots, at Real Roots. So make sure you do follow that, because I post little clips here and there. And I was just reading the comments, and I do like the people who are commenting nice things. A couple of the Barcelona fans were saying that, that they respect me because of how, I guess you guys can say mature. They were saying mature, how respectful I was. And that's how I try to be. I try to be as respectful as much as I can. I try to be as honest. And like I said, Real Madrid fans will not like the fact that I'm saying that we did horrible today. And we did. I have a lot of things that back that up. And it's only the delusional ones who are going to say that we did good. Yes, we did good. We got 2 goals, but we won by 1 goal in reality, and not even that. Statistically, we barely did any better. Our first goal was by Valverde's brilliant power shot, which came from a set piece, and I'm glad to see that. I was very happy. I literally was watching it on my way home, and I screamed because that was an amazing goal by Valverde. And honestly, if he didn't get man of the match, he was robbed, because I do think defensively, offensively, he was the best out of any other Real Madrid player. We saw Tchouaméni, who gave us that huge save. He made a huge save at the end, which could have led to Atletico Madrid tying it up. And we, honestly, I'm not going to lie, you guys can consider this individual brilliance, because our second goal also came from a counterattack by Rodrygo. A horrible defending by Atletico Madrid. And Atletico Madrid play more like a team, right? They just were unlucky, right? If we're looking at the stats right now, they took 22 shots and only 3 on target, or 3 big chances, but there were a lot that were on target, or there were a lot that were big chances, and probably they're not counting them. The one that, for example, Antoine Griezmann missed, wide openly, the last one that Julian Alvarez just took, those shots count in my books, and we were saved. Honestly, we survived. You can't say nothing else, but we survived. That performance, I did not like it from Real Madrid. We didn't play good. And even Xabi Alonso, I was questioning it. Let's look at the lineup real quick. Let's start off with the lineup, right? So here we are. I believe Valverde won man of the match, which I'm happy for. This was the lineup. I didn't realize that they both got subbed off because of possibly injury. I'm not sure. We had Dean Huijsen. I don't know if he's 100% fit or not. We have Danny Carvajal. I don't know if he's 100% fit or not. But he subbed on 2 fullbacks, and not even that. Not just 2 fullbacks. He subbed on 2 left backs. 2 left backs, Fran Garcia and Mendy. And honestly, let me just be honest. We played the same when he made the substitutions. But at the same time, it was very, very, very questionable. We've seen Fran Garcia, for example, this game, where the way he tried to clear the ball and it wasn't going anywhere. Mendy, there was chances here and there, but at the same time, he was not as effective. What was he? I think he was playing fullback. Fran Garcia was not even playing a fullback. He was playing left mid. At most, he was playing left wing. He was pushing up a lot. And Fran Garcia, I keep getting tongue twisters. He does good on the ball. But something about Fran Garcia is that he doesn't know when to make the right pass, when to take the right shot, when to make the right run. He's good at bringing up the ball, making runs like that. But his decision making is like something that's just way off, like where it just doesn't click. Defensively, I don't think he's the best. He's fast, he got speed, but at the same time, speed doesn't win you games, speed doesn't win you balls. So Fran Garcia was really questionable this game. Mendy, he also came on. You guys can look at his rating. They were both not the best. Honestly, I'm surprised that Rodrygo got a 6.5 because, in my opinion, he was the best defender. If anything, the best defender before he came off. Besides him, it would be Tchouaméni. Asensio could not man-mark Sorloth. And even if he did, Sorloth is huge. So we probably need a huge defender, honestly. And that was Dean Huijsen. We needed Dean Huijsen in this game. But, we just couldn't stop that cross. And we conceded. And to be honest, we did survive. If you guys look at the stats, like I said, Atletico Madrid took 22 shots compared to our 8 shots only that we took, which is not that good. I think I'm being too nice. It was horrible. That is a horrible, horrible, horrible performance. That tells you a lot. And look at the ball possession. They had 55%. I'm surprised it's not more. It felt like they had more of the ball possession. We probably got it towards the end. I wish I could see the momentum bar. But we did get the ball back towards the end of the match, maybe to the end 10 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. Here and there, I don't even know. But anyways, we did survive. We did good for the most part. But now we have Barcelona to look forward to. And that game is looking pretty scary. I said it. This game right here looks very, very, very scary. So if you look at Barcelona, they have Christensen who's out. But at the same time, Christensen is not the main starter. Gavi has been out for a while. They could do good without him. Ter Stegen, good, could do without him. Araujo, they don't even need him. Barca's good. They don't need him. We have Militao, who we very much need. He's been our best defender this season. And Mbappe, who we also need as well. Because even though Real Madrid did good that one game that everybody wants to push the agenda that Mbappe is the main issue, which I hinted or felt that was a theory. But I told you from the start, I'm not a fan of that because nothing is proving nothing to me. I don't watch 1 or 2 games and feel convinced. I have to watch 6 consecutive games, 7 consecutive games, or a good consecutive amount of games that show me or prove to me that this tactic actually works. Because Mbappe, like I said, he scored a lot of our games. All right. I mean, he scored a lot in our games. And yeah, so if you look at, is there a lineup? They're not even going to put it up. But yeah, so Barcelona, they just came from a win, right? A 5-1 win, a 5-0 win. Sorry, that was us that won 5-1 the week before. 5-0. We just beat and survived Atletico Madrid. If we look at Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid, they thrashed them. Like I said, I think it was 3-0. If I'm not mistaken, let's check it out real quick. If we go to Barcelona, fixtures, go back. 3-1. All right, 3-1. Okay. We lost to Atletico Madrid 5-2. We beat them only by 1 goal. Only by 1 goal. Now imagine what Barcelona could do to us. And by the way, yes, we beat Barcelona. I get it. We beat Barcelona. I get it. Okay? You don't have to tell me that we beat them. That's in the past. And not even that. They're missing 2 key players. Rafinha, who's arguably their best attacker, in my opinion. I'd say he's their best attacker. They're missing that, and they're missing their best goalie, which is Juan Garcia, who is now considered in the top 5 goalies in the world. And I agree, he is. But at the same time, I cannot doubt my team. I have my doubts, but I can't doubt my team, and I believe that we could win this title. But there's a lot of factors that come into play. Vinicius Jr., for example, this game, I did not like his reaction. Simeone, everybody, from managers, staff, players, everybody knows how to trigger that side of Vinicius Jr., and that is not the way you react. Vinicius Jr. has to control himself. At this point, I was supporting him, and I still support Vinicius. But if he's going to keep reacting like that, if he's going to keep reacting with pettiness, I really don't know how I see myself defending Vinicius. So he is one of my favorite players. I love Vinicius, but if he doesn't know how to control himself, listen, this is a football pitch. People, they poke at each other, all right? But Vinicius has been like this ever since I got back into the sport. Vinicius has been this player for me that reacts the most to everything and anything. Simeone was chirping in his ear. No need to respond. Let the media, let the fans, let everybody see Simeone being a child for the age he is. You don't have to stoop down to Simeone's level. You could clearly see what he was trying to do, and now he gave you a yellow card. All right? And thank God that you didn't get another yellow card for a red card. Vinicius has to be very locked in for against Barcelona. He did very well the first time around against Barcelona, but we need him big time this time. And now, compared to first game, he hasn't scored in like what? I believe it was 10, 12 games. I'm not sure. But he hasn't scored in a minute. He hasn't been on the score sheet. This could be his chance to redeem himself. This is one of the biggest matches, and not just because it's against Barcelona, but it's also for a title. We do not want to go trophyless this season again, and we have to redeem ourselves ever since that last season's loss against Barcelona, specifically in this competition. We need our defenders there. Most importantly, our defenders have to be there to lock down Rafinha, to lock down Ferran Torres, and Lamine Yamal. That is very important, because all of those three players that I just named are very, very, very smart. They position themselves well, and they could work as a team. If not, they could work by themselves. They got individual brilliance, and they got the chemistry. So that is very dangerous for a team to have those traits, you can say. But honestly, we are dealing with injuries, but that is no excuse. We have to go with what we got. Xabi Alonso, I'm not sure if you're going to make those substitutions again where you did two fullbacks. I'm not sure, but that should not repeat again, especially against Barcelona. I believe he was saving Dean Huijsen for this game. But the confidence level, the fact that Xabi Alonso was risking it, even though Atletico Madrid got mad close to tying the game, Xabi Alonso has to chill out. So yeah, we are going to need Dean Huijsen. We're going to need Rodrygo, Asensio as well. We need our fullbacks, and I hope Trent is recovered by Sunday, because we really do need his long passes, his crosses. We really do need Trent. Who else in the midfield, right? They have Pedri. We have to make sure that he's locked up the same way that we locked him up the first time around. Pedri, if he's on fire, there's no way we're going to stop him. His passes are crazy, so we have to be very careful. In my opinion, our most important player is going to be Jude Bellingham. It's going to be Gonzalo Garcia if Mbappe is not there, and also Rodrygo. And also the defenders, but these are the three key players in order for us to get on the score sheet, because Jude Bellingham is very creative, but at the same time, when he drops so deep back, he drops so back, and I don't like that. When he drops so back, that's his weakness. His weakness is dropping back. At some point in this game against Atletico Madrid, he was playing as a center back. He literally dropped all the way back and was in a position of a center back's position. I was looking for Rudiger. I didn't even see Rudiger. Or I think it was Mendy, whoever it was. Bellingham, we need him to be creative this game. We really, 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 really need him. We need him so bad to be creative and to also be in the midfield to defend. But for him to drop all the way back, it's too tiring. You guys saw him. He was on wobbly legs. Bellingham makes it look easy to hustle, but it's a hassle. So we really, really need Bellingham. Like I said, Rodrygo, he's been in form, and we really need him this game as well. He got individual brilliance. He got good IQ, and we do need him. Gonzalo Garcia, like I said, he's good at positioning as a pure number 9, and we do need his positioning. We need him to drag defenders away from the wingers. If he's open, we do need him to finish, and he got good finishing so far based off that game that we saw last week. This game, he wasn't the best, and I believe that his rating was not even that good. He got a 6.8, but just because they won, they full mob boosted them up. But I don't even think he was a 6.8. He barely got any touches, especially in the second half. He barely did anything. He messed up a couple of passes. So that is something that we lack compared to when we have Mbappe. There's pros and cons to both players. But we do need Garcia to be on fire. We do need to see him perform the same way he did against Real Betis. And obviously Vinicius Jr., man. I just don't know. I get upset speaking about Vinicius. I mean, I love the dude and I love him as a player. But the way he reacts to the boos, to the whistle, the way he reacts to talk more than to, show us through actions, it really upsets me. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And honestly, if he's good in this game, if he's on fire, we do need that. And that's going to make every single fan happy. But at the same time, if he does the same thing over and over again and, doesn't score, doesn't assist, doesn't dribble very well, you guys can see why us fans are not defending Vinicius. Is because how can you defend a player like that, right? I saw a lot of edits about Cristiano Ronaldo. When he got whistled, he got booed by Real Madrid fans. But the way he responded was not through talking back to them, was not through changing his Instagram profile. He reacted by scoring a banger and telling them, let me hear your whistles. That is what we need Vinicius to do. We don't want to see him talk a lot. We don't want to see him do these things that don't matter on the pitch. he got to block those sound. He got to block all the noise because those are like white noise. He got to block them and focus on what's in front of them and what they're trying to reach. Because if Vinicius Jr. ultimate goal is to leave the club, which is why he's doing like this, which I doubt it is. I doubt that that's his mindset. But if it is, then it makes complete sense. But I doubt that it is. I really, really doubt it, and I hope that he comes back in form. I still believe in him, whether he succeeds in this club or whether he ends up leaving. I do believe in Vinicius Jr. Now, let me know what you guys think about this game. Honestly, there's a lot of thoughts that could go in this game with Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. Let me know what you guys think in a couple of days. I'm honestly nervous. I'm not confident. I have hope for my team, but I'm not fully confident in my team. But let me know what you guys think. If anybody's out there watching, make sure you drop in the comments below. A lot of you guys are not subscribed. Make sure you do subscribe because that would help me out a lot. And I want to see the community grow. I love to talk to you guys. I'll talk to a lot of you guys on Instagram comments, TikTok comments, so also YouTube shorts. Make sure you also go comment in this video as well and all those other clips that I do be posting. And until then, Assalamu alaikum.